All right, this lesson should seem a little bit more straightforward than the last one because we're just moving right and left. Well, maybe we'll throw it all together at the end. Here we go. This is based on the horizontal and vertical translations. This is material that we have completely covered both in grade 11 and already in grade 12. One of the things that we can recall from Math 11 is that the C and the D move it left, right, up, down. The C opposite the sign, the D as it shows. Our first example, f of x, again, is shown. We're going to see a lot of that in this chapter. Here I've got, I thought I'd be nostalgic, a parabola. If I take this parabola and I try and graph g of x, same thing as y, which is equal to x minus 2 minus 5, the 2 moves right to the 5, down 5. The key thing I want to show here, I know you're all able to just move it visually as I just showed on the graph. I want to show the mapping notation. So my first 5 points, I could label them very, very easily. I want to note that at my x comma y is going to become x plus 2, y minus 5. So in the same way that we talk about the opposites all the time, in the mapping notation, it has to look opposite from what we see in the function. So I'm listing my points, I'm applying the mapping notation to it, and you'll notice that the points that I end up with are in fact the points that I've already shown on the graph. I hope, pretty simple. Let's look at another one. Here's my graph. All right, f of x, let's this time draw, how about some random dots all over and make a nice little check mark type pattern out of it. Arrow on one side, dot on the other. And we're going to graph g of x is equal to f of x minus 2. There's no c value this time, so as no c value, our only movement is going to be down. Again, please don't think there always has to be both of them. One of them is sometimes good enough. Now, what if instead of moving just down, we applied a few more things to it? So let's suppose we graph h of x is equal to. We've got the 1/2, which is vertical. We've got the negative, which is horizontal. We've got the minus 1 and the plus 2. My a is a half, my b is -1. My c, I need to factor out the negative. I need to make sure it's in the form f of b open bracket x minus c close bracket plus d. So that's a little trick we'll have to look for. Make sure you're factoring out properly. Mapping notation then should be, I hope, fairly clear. A negative x minus 1 because of the blue x plus 1. It's got to be opposite. And then the 1/2 y plus 2. What we'll do is we'll apply the mapping notation numbers, take a look at the dots, and then ask ourselves if it actually looks correct. So again, we're squishing it vertically, flipping it horizontally, moving it 1 to the left and moving it 2 up. And the dots that we end up with are these black ones that I'm drawing in here right now. And now we ask ourselves, does it in fact look like we squished it, flipped it, and shifted it? Yes, it does. That should be good. Let's do some homework. And if you're really keen, you could even move on to next day's lesson as well, which I don't have a video for because it's just a rehash of the same type of blend of questions. That's it. Enjoy the work.